Hello, 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 and welcome to A Spiritual Remedy. My name is Sunshine Day, and I am a spiritual living coach and a sober living coach. And I see a world where people in recovery are living their best life and loving it. And I get an opportunity to provide spiritual tools and loving support for your personal transformation. Now, good morning, Mahogany. Have a great week as well. This is one of the ways we get to have a great week is we get to start off this way. One of the things that I always like to say about quote unquote recovery is sometimes people think, oh, do I need to be in a recovery program? Do I need to be in a 12-step program or anything like that? Here's what I want you to know. What I want you to know is that there are folks who are distracted, that there are these things called weapons of mass distraction, and they distract us, or we allow ourselves to be distracted by these weapons of mass distraction. So in other words, am I using my cell phone? I was looking for my cell phone right now. I don't even know where it's at. Am I using my cell phone to distract myself from living my best life? Am I using drugs, alcohol, people, sex, shopping? Am I using drama, having drama in my life, anxiety, fear, depression? Am I allowing these things to be weapons of mass distraction for me living my best life? So when I talk about recovery, I'm talking about recovery and recovering our full selves, returning ourselves to wholeness, returning ourselves to our greatness individually and collectively. And that's what I offer. I offer spiritual tools and loving support for your personal transformation, meaning that you through your own efforts, but through some support, because you don't have to do this by yourself, are transformed to your wholeness. We're able to let go of those things that once distracted us, that once moved us away. It could be eating, right? It could be minding other people's business instead of minding your own. But either way, what we're here to talk about today is a self-exploration. And what do I mean by self-exploration? That whole idea of self-exploration, exploring the self, exploring self. It's that place where we have an opportunity to discover this indwelling power and presence. We also get an opportunity to discover what's happening with us. Now, I'm not a big journal person, but I am a person who does write down some things in an effort to do an inventory. Now, in self-exploration, sometimes I like to call it self-discovery, because depending on whether you're exploring and you have on your explorer hat, like Dora the Explorer, or an archaeologist, or someone who is looking intensely and specifically looking for something. What am I looking for, right? Sometimes it's with that mission of finding and seeking something, and what you're seeking is something within yourself. So some of us identify lots with that word explorer or self-exploration, and then others might in fact be thrilled with this concept and this idea of self-discovery. Self-discovery. I know that when I discover something, right? um, whether I discovered that it was already there or just, it's this new awareness. It's an awareness that happens for me. And I do like that word discovery. When I discover something about myself or when I discover a new way of doing things, it is in that discovery that something inside of me awakens, and it awakens not only for my highest good, because I don't believe that there's personal good, but when I awaken or when I have a self discovery through the act of exploration, this awareness comes, this joy comes, this excitement comes about what I've discovered for myself. And so today I wanted to have give and share just a couple of things that help in my self discovery, in my self awareness, in my self exploration. And I wanted to share them with you in an effort that as I share some of the things that I've done and some of the methods and the technologies that I use to live my best life, that if you try them on, you can see if it works. It's not a one size fits all. And what I'm really discovering about myself, and this kind of makes me really happy, is here's the thing. There's a lot of things that I'm good at. There's a lot of things that you're good at. And sometimes I get caught up in my head around, do I help people? Do I guide people? What is my role? And I'm really settling into this discovery that I get to share me. I get to share my path, my journey, right? I get to share my experiences and the technologies that I use. And in fact, if it benefits you, great, right? And it's that idea that each one teach one, but I don't necessarily see myself as a teacher. I see myself as a facilitator, one who facilitates, one who makes things easy. That word facilitate comes from the Spanish root or Latin root word to make easy, facil, F-A-C-I-L, to make easy. And I know I have had great facilitators and people in my life who've shared with me how to grow and unfold and how to have those discoveries within myself, how to become aware within myself as a result of doing the work of self-exploration. So if you want to go ahead and type in the chat what your experience has been and what you like about self-exploration or self-discovery or your self-awareness, and what kind of keeps you from actually diving in wholeheartedly, I would love to know that about you as we share and as we continue to build this community. So here's the deal. When we're talking about self-exploration and having those self-discoveries and becoming self-aware, the main thing is asking questions. So you want to ask questions. And what kinds of questions do you want to ask yourself? So one of the first questions that I like to ask myself is, am I present? Breathe into that. Am I present? One of the ways that you can actually explore yourself and the quality of your life, whether you're someone who is recovering from drugs and alcohol, pills, shopping, sex, gambling, food, under earning, all of those things, recovering from stress, recovering from whatever it is, right? As we are really reaching in to feel our whole selves, one of the questions that I like to ask myself throughout the day, like a spot check, is, am I present? And to what degree am I present? Am I fully present? Am I halfway listening to this and halfway doing something else? Am I fully present? Am I multitasking? A lot of times people think that multitasking is a skill. And though employers would love that, employers also want you to be fully present, right? So am I fully present? Am I fully present for myself? Am I fully present while I'm driving? Am I fully present in conversations with others? Am I fully present while I'm washing the dishes? Am I fully present in the shower? Am I fully present when I'm brushing my teeth? Am I fully present? As we begin to explore self, discover if you're fully present most of your day. And go ahead and jot it down. Just put today's date, right? August the 1st, or whatever date it is that you're watching this, just write down the date and then ask yourself throughout the day, am I fully present? Write about how often you find that you've been fully present, or if you're not being fully present, what are the things that are gnawing at you? What are the things that are distracting you from being here now? In each here and now, where you ask yourself, am I fully present? The other question that I like to ask myself is, am I connected with my body? In the USA, we have this thing about the intellect and being smart and being, on purpose and all of, like always being smart. It's all about education. But to be fully integrated is really to know yourself, mind, body, spirit, that full connection, that full integration. So also with am I fully present is, am I connected to my body? Or am I simply operating from the intellect, from my brain, and disconnecting from my body? Like, how am I sitting? Am I breathing from my chest? Or am I breathing from my belly? And then having that full belly breath. Am I connected to my breathing? Am I connected to my body? Am I in my body? Or am I having these outer body experiences? These are the questions that I want to begin to ask myself so that I am exploring the quality of my life. Why be sober? Why be clean? Why be abstinent and then just live a mundane life? If we're wanting to live our full and abundant, rich lives, these are the questions we get to ask ourselves so that we have a starting point. Where am I starting from? Where am I now? And where is it that I'd like to be? These are the kinds of questions you get to ask yourself. What does my creativity look like? And everybody is creative. Everybody. Don't say, oh, no, I'm not that creative. What does creativity look like for me? How do I want to explore my creativity? Is it doodling? Is it singing? Is it spoken word? Are there crafts that I enjoy? Is it gardening? What are my creative outlets? And then, what are the qualities of my relationships? What are the qualities of my relationships? Because, see, a lot of us want to change the world, but we're not willing to simply have a shift and a change in the quality of our relationships to self and the quality of our relationships with others in order to have this rich, abundant opulent, amazing life. So the question then becomes, what are the qualities of my relationships? How do I treat myself? What are the things that I tell myself? How do I talk to myself? How do I speak with others? Is it just superficial? Am I okay in that particular relationship, having a superficial relationship? Or is this a relationship that I'd like to have it go deeper? These are the questions when we're talking about self-exploration, right? So here's what I'm going to invite you to do is in the month of July, we were doing a gratitude list, right? And we're doing it for 90 days. So when you begin to send in and text me your gratitude list, I will, in response, send you my gratitude list. So we can have that exchange. And this way we're just simply being accountable by texting it. So text it to 562-928-6460. Text me your gratitude list. And if you wanted to add something to that, as we're looking at self-exploration, one of the keys about self-exploration is that once you begin to jot down the answers to these questions that I've just introduced, is to move into a place of gratitude. Whether it's because you're in a place of gratitude because you are discovering things about yourself, because you're becoming self-aware through this self-exploration, whether it's because you have insight as to where it is you'd like to be. I'm not there yet, but I'm grateful for knowing where I'd like to be, right? Continue to send me your gratitude list. But if there's anything else you want me to know about you or any additional support, go ahead and text me about it. That would be absolutely awesome. I would love to engage with you in that way. So in a moment, we're going to just dive into a short spiritual practice that I like to use when I'm doing this exploration. And in that practice, sometimes I call it a mini visioning, but it's actually a mini self-exploration. So if you're in a place where you can do this, I'm going to invite you to grab a pen, a sheet of paper, a pencil, something that you can just jot down some doodles, some notes. You might even want to have enough space to draw some pictures. But get settled in for a moment. Mm. Mm. And as you do that, wow, I just said settle in. And I'm already enjoying the quality of how my body simply responds to settling in. I already just feel so restful. And so I'm going to invite you to just feel restful. If you can anchor your feet to the ground or the floor, I'm closing my eyes. I'm inviting you to do the same. And just remind yourself to breathe from your belly. I've been learning about breathing from the diaphragm and filling the belly, and then just releasing it. Ooh. And just shaking off whatever else needs to be shaken off. When you're in that place where you feel receptive, where you feel calm, where you feel relaxed. And just be in tune with this internal power, presence, that life energy that is you. Discover that. Discover that life energy. Sometimes I say, hey, life. Hey, life. Knowing that that life essence, that life energetic, that prana, it's powerful. It's living me. Hey, life. I am here. And this month, as we embark in that self-exploration, hey, life, I am here. And as I'm living my best life and making the effort to live my best life, that life that is happy, joyous, free, abundant, wholeness, which embraces the wellness and the health. Hey, life that is abundant in all areas, and also in particular with prosperity and the flow of money and the flow of just my circulation of everything. Hey, life, I'm just tapping into that infinite intelligence that is my life. And simply asking myself, what are the steps necessary to be more present? What are the steps necessary to be fully present? And whatever comes to mind, whatever comes up as the answer to that, have that be something that I jot down. What steps can I take to be fully present? What do they look like? What do they feel like, these steps to be fully present? What are the steps that I can take to be fully connected with my breath, with my body? What are the steps necessary to fully recover my whole self? Where there's balance, that mind, body, spirit balance. And just simply allow the answers to well up from within you and to come out from within you. What are the steps to being present? What are the steps to being present with my breath, to being present with my body? What are the steps necessary to be fully integrated, mind, body, spirit? These are some of the questions that I ask myself when I am engaging in that self-exploration. And then asking that these questions and allowing the answers to come. Beloveds, I believe fully that as you begin to ask yourself these questions, and begin to jot down what comes, what wells up from within you, that you will begin to see a pattern, and your life essence, your life force begins to answer the questions that you ask, and you begin to discover and become self-aware of the things necessary for you to be fully present, for you to be in your breath, in your body, and live your amazing life. If you haven't opened your eyes yet, I invite you to do so right now. And I invite you to jot down whatever has come up, even in these few moments that we've been together. And that as you begin to do this on a regular basis, what are the steps necessary for me to be fully present? For me to be fully present with my breath, for me to be fully present in my body, for me to have that mind, body, spirit connection. As you do that, move into the place of gratitude. When those answers come up, then move into the place of gratitude. Go ahead and text me your gratitude list and anything else that you want me to know about you. Any other additional ways that I might be able to support you. The great thing about building community is that we don't do this alone, that we have the support of people, that we get to build community and we get to create the life that we crave. So, if you've been benefited from today's program, go ahead and just say so on your gratitude list. Go ahead and text it to me. Know that you're loved and supported, and that each and every Monday, I am here to provide spiritual tools and loving support for your personal transformation. That's what I get to do, and that's what I enjoy doing. So, until next week, know that you're loved. Go ahead and engage in that self-exploration. Discover things about yourself and become aware of just how awesome you are. See you next week. Bye for now.